let's look at a couple examples that are a little bit different. Notice on this first one, they tell us that a sub 1 equals 4 and d equals 3. That means they're giving us a starting point with a sub 1 equals 4. And they're kind of giving us a map when they tell us that d equals 3. They're telling us how to find all the numbers or the terms after that. It's like a map. So if the first entry is 4, we can add 3 because it's a positive 3 to find the next one. Well, 4 plus 3 does give us 7. Okay, then I'll add another 3. Well, so I've got my 7, and then when I added my 3, I get my 10. Then I can add my common difference again, my d again, adding 3 gets me a 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay, and again, find the next term. I'm going to use my common difference. It's almost a map to find the next one. So the 13 and the 3 give us the next term. It gives us a 16. And I can keep on doing this and find as many terms as I want, but they only wanted the first 5, so I'll stop there. Let's look at problem B. In problem B, they give us the first 2 terms, and we kind of have to figure out what the difference is. Well, notice in the first term, we have A1 equals 3 minus the square root of 2. Then the second term equals just 3. So how did they get from the first term to the second? Well, they got rid of the negative square root of 2 by adding square root of 2. That left you with those 2 canceling out and just leaving you with the 3. So for the next one, you're going to do the same thing. That means your common difference was that you added a square root of 2. So that's what we're doing here, is that's what it's saying, is that our common difference d is a positive square root of 2. So to get to the next term, we'll do the same thing. We'll add another square root of 2. Well, the 3 and the square root of 2, they're not like terms. So while we can put them together, they can't actually be added together. So that leaves us with 3 plus the square root of 2. Then how do we get to the next term? We've got to add the same common difference. We've got to add another square root of 2. Well, now we do have a set of like terms because we're adding a square root of 2 to something that already had a square root of 2. But the 3 is still not a like term. It has to stay by itself. But the 2 of these square root of 2's get added together and become 2 square roots of 2. Again, we got to add the common difference one more time to get our last 5th term. So if we add another square root of 2, then we end up with, when we add those 2 together, we end up with 3 square roots of 2. And again, the one thing that's not changing each and every time is that 3 out in front because it has no other like terms that we're adding to it. So our 5th and final term is 3 plus 3 square roots of 2, and you're done. There's nothing else you can do. That's our final term.